Martin from the Philippines. We're here in Real Talk Lifeline. So, in this quick live, this one is called How to Practice Gratitude. So, first and foremost, why? Why even watch or listen to this? So, I recommend you to check out my video, How Gratitude Saved My Life. So, I'll link it in the description. You can also check it out on the Real Talk Lifeline YouTube channel. So, youtube.com/at Real Talk Lifeline. So it's there in the playlist and the video uploads. So, how to practice gratitude? Who is this for? So, this is not for people who wake up every day in the morning and they see everything as positive. Uh, you don't need motivation, you already naturally have it. This is not for you. If you're even questioning the video title, stop watching. If you figured it out, if you're the type of person who could just wake up and say, "Thank you, I'm alive," and you just feel it, highly emotional, this is not for you. So, who is this for? This video is for people who maybe you're really going through a tough time right now in life. Maybe you're going through depression, a dark night of the soul. You're desperate. You're trying to look for a solution for anything that will work, and you feel stuck. You just want something that'll help. So, this is a practice that I've found for myself, and I've been doing it every day. And I've been doing it for more than 3 years, over 1,000 days already, probably more. I lost track of count. So, how do I do it? It's called counting my blessings every day. So, I'll share my screen, I'll get right to it, and I'll walk you through how I do this practice. Why is this helpful? There are people who do practices like breath work, yoga, uh, meditation, like that. This is something I can do in a matter of a few seconds or in a minute in a day. And I can even do it again later on. So it's something easy. And people who wonder, like, why do you need to do it that way? I'll also explain as I share my screen, which I will do right now. So let me share my window over here. So I do it over my Facebook profile. So let me check on you guys. Okay. So this one over here. All right. So this is for today. If you guys could see it. Okay, let me just check on you guys again. Let me check if it's working. Because I don't see it. Oop. Over here. Okay, stop. And let me share it again. Share screen. Allow. Share this window. Boom. There you go. Now it's up. Okay, so I'll timestamp that so you could skip to this. All right. So this is called counting my blessings, and this is the practice of how I practice gratitude. So I do it over my Facebook profile. You don't have to do it this way. Some people do it written in a journal, in a notebook, privately. This one, I even put my settings on public for a higher level of accountability. And I have my own very strange reason why I do it. So, short version is like if the Martin from a parallel universe, saw this somehow randomly, opened this profile, at least he would see it like some interstellar, you know, uh, reason for, and I believe it, right? So I wish Martin saw this. This is why I do it this way. So this is for today. I started this 4 hours ago. I update it throughout the day. So when I count my blessings for that day, for example, getting up. So for those who can relate, even just getting out of bed is already an achievement. Write it down, right? Now, if you're the type of person who you're not, you know, going through depression, you're not going through life is easier, for example. I don't mean that in a bad way. Then write the blessing or the achievement, the win that you could appreciate, right? So maybe the first thing you do, you wake up, is you take a cold plunge, right? An ice bath or something. Then write that. So I put quiet time, mouthwash, making my bed, taking care of my needs. Even just getting a meal in for me is already, that takes, conscious effort. So rest and recovery. Sometimes I also count wins, things I'm grateful for, closing an open loop. So that means this is something that helped me figure something out, witnessing greatness. So I leave hints here too. People are wondering what is that you saw. So let's say witnessing greatness. So I saw this video, like a 16-minute video on Shohei Ohtani, the baseball player, the Japanese baseball player, and then the World Series just ended. So the LA Dodgers, his team, and his teammate Yamamoto, the pitcher who won MVP, it just ended. It recently culminated. So the story of Shohei Ohtani is just, for me, like insane, inspiring, right? So first time I learned about him. Closing an open loop. So this is a lesson I learned. Again, another reminder on not being needy. So how to fix it, how to do that. So fill your own cup, take care of your own needs, even before thinking of getting into a relationship. Again, very grateful for that lesson. Let's check another day. So this is journaling I do. So I count. So here, maybe people might say, you count a few, 5 or 10 in a day. That's good. Yesterday, I counted 21. So all the way from cold showers to, like, you know, little things, helping out my family. What else? Going for a walk. So people might wonder, like, why would you count that as a blessing or a need, or a win? So this one was a quote. My brother actually shared this with me. The antidote to stress isn't rest, it's walking. Walking is restorative, it's calming. It removes the stress from the brain and diverts it into the body. When in doubt, go for a walk. So that's what I did. So why am I sharing this? Like, why do I count that as a blessing? Whatever you also write over here, for me, my code of honor or integrity is, I must have done it. Like, don't write something that you didn't do. Personally, that would actually just make me feel worse, right? It would make me feel like a fake, a liar, like that, if I didn't do it, right? So if I didn't do the walking. So I did it. I actually felt better. And then I journaled it, or I wrote it down here in my counting my blessings. So I'll probably share one last day because you already get the gist of it, the idea. So I'm gonna look for a day here that really hit me recently. Okay, that was a good one. Monday, last week. This one. What is this? Okay. Oh, I also journal every now and then, realizations that hit me, that help me also understand myself and other people. So I'm looking for a, maybe here. Okay, this one. A nice long day. Here, this one. I'll end with this one. This was a Wednesday. So it doesn't matter, right? It could be a Sunday today, it could be a weekday, a Monday, a Wednesday, random. So what did I do over here? Setting the time, number one. So I have a watch. I'll show you in a bit. So an analog one. So this one, setting the time, I counted that as a blessing. It takes a degree of effort, precision, right? So aligning it with the world clock, getting it down to the second. I'm not like a hardcore perfectionist person, but I do my best. So that was a win. Next one was Simple Joys, cold pineapple juice after a long walk. I think that walk that time was probably an hour plus, maybe 2 hours. So that one I really, really appreciated. People who drink, like, get hydrated after like long exercise, you get it. Gut health, cold shower, power nap, get up. Um, SSS. So like people who do work, right? Whether it's your BIR, filing, or just your work, I counted that as a win too. For me, that's part of my blessings. making my bed. What else? Be the guy who embraces the ugly, the miserable. This must have been my workout. Yes, yeah. So this was the time I did a short workout, like 30 minutes, like that. So sometimes it takes that much effort and pain. I count that as a win, as a blessing. Helping, I think I drove to the hospital. I just see the car emoji in the hospital. And then finding parking. What else? A working car. So after driving, I did take care of it. I think gassed it up, put air in the tires, little things. I learned the value of this when I started riding a motorcycle, a big bike, because it only has two wheels. One of the first thing you check, one of the first things you check is the tire pressure. Because if one of your tires gives, blows out, you're gonna crash, right? So we're just applying that to taking care of a car, helping my mom with Gcash, counting the small wins too. So this is like when I hit my move goal, walking. What else? If you do what is hard, your life will be easy. Anything from changing the water dispenser bottle, the 5 gallon bottle or drum. And then I'll end with this, the downstairs toilet. Taking a piss. There are times you experience this. When you flush the toilet, it doesn't fully flush because the water level wasn't high enough or something. So it took me 2 times. I had to wait like 5 minutes for the water to like reload, refill. So what I did, I turned that anger, frustration into something good. So what I did was I flushed it fully a second time, wiped the toilet seat with tissue paper because I'm OC like that. And then I even prepped the toilet water level for the next person so that the next person who uses the toilet, it'll only take them one flush to flush the toilet. And then, yeah, making time. So I'm going to stop my screen sharing. I'll just go back all the way up. You could check my profile, facebook.com/Martin Cruiser. Let me stop this. Back to me. And that's a quick example of how I practice gratitude. Now, I'm curious how you guys watching the live or the replay practice gratitude. What is one thing you do that helps? I'm open to learn from you guys. Some of you, it could be prayer, it could be meditation. When you do share, please share how so that I can also try it out as well. If you want again to check out my video, why this is important to me, check out how gratitude saved my life in the Real Talk Lifeline channel. So youtube.com/at Real Talk Lifeline. If this was helpful for you, like, love, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Again, have a blessed Sunday, everyone. Thank you. I love you. And I will see you next time. So shout out also to the people watching the live over here, MJ. Thank you. I love the topic too. This is why I'm sharing it. How to practice gratitude. Thank you again. I love you, and I will see you next time.